Instagram, what's goody? Y'all join in again. My bad. Uh, everybody join in. How y'all doing? It's been a minute since we've been on here. But I'm glad we back.
My guy.
Yo. But yeah, so we back in this thing, man. So go ahead and just join. How y'all feeling today or tonight?
Tonight, right?
MJ, what up, bro?
Mark Thomas, what's going on, man? I was just on his live too.
Hope y'all doing well on this great Thursday night, rainy, but you know. Jacob was
Come on
good.
in the room.
Yeah,
These are your
definitely.
these are your people, Doc. You famous.
No, definitely invite your people.
We got a good combo today.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good.
We got a good combo today.
Yo, Bruce, what up, bro? Lady Tucker was good.
You said Lady Tucker like you don't know who that is.
Yeah, I know who it is. I just wanted to say. I just wanted to say Lady Tucker.
Lady Tucker, what's going on?
Amber, it's great to see you. Amber Bullock. It
That's
is
V.
great to see you.
You gotta put V in front of it. We got something good to talk about, y'all.
Ryan
Um,
Lumpkin, what up, bro? Good
invite
seeing
your
you, man.
people.
Yeah, invite everybody. Yes, I just wanted to say your Instagram name. It's okay. It's okay. Just go with it. What's good, bro? Yeah, get y'all peoples on here, man. Get them on here. It's gonna be a great night.
Yep,
It's gonna be a great night.
sure is.
How you doing with that Lady E23? We done moved the hoes.
What's going on?
Where y'all moved it to? It's by y'all now. Chloe, what up?
Chloe, Ari.
Diamond, what up, brother? I actually need to call you after this. Oh yeah, come on, get him
Deshaun,
on
what
in.
up, man?
Get him
Andre,
on
what's
in here.
going on?
Not oh Lord. Or right down by that Oregon mics and all. Oh wow. So y'all moved it on the pulpit. Okay, cool.
She said she want a quartet record.
You on a quartet record? It's coming. Trust me. You don't gotta worry about it. It's coming. So I guess we can get started, bro.
Let's go.
We can get
What's going
started.
on, everybody? How y'all doing?
Quinn, what up, bro? Not quartet album. Oh, a whole album? Jesus. Y'all stay on, man. It's gonna be a good Juby and the fellas. Oh my God. That should have gave me a whole group name.
The whole group, man. Deshaun, what's going on, Brody? What you
I don't
mean?
have
What
time to
I'm doing?
play.
Hold on. What did I do? I didn't even do anything.
It's gonna be. We
I
gonna
ain't doing anything.
we gonna get to it. We
Brother
gonna get
Quan.
to,
Ari.
we gonna get to it.
All right.
Cause we not holding y'all past an hour. Amen.
We're gonna try.
Yeah, we gonna try.
We're gonna try. All right. We miss you. I miss you too. I miss y'all for real, for real. All right.
Stan, what up, bro?
Stan, what's going on, man? All right, y'all. This is the Bros Chat. This is the Bros Chat. Rules of the chat is there's no rules. Like, just don't be
Right.
disrespectful. We want to hear everybody out. We want to understand everyone's point of view, or try to. Um, this is a free for all. We have a few. Mike, what's going on, man? We have a few topics that we want to discuss.
Yep.
We may not get to all of it. My light on my phone keep going out.
Oh.
We may not get to all of the topics that we have planned to talk about, but this is just topics that we came up with. If you have any topics, Drew, that questions thing is on here.
Yeah.
All right. If you have any topics, if you have a question, just hit that question button, and we'll
Drop it down there. We got you.
drop it down there, and we'll talk about it. Um, yeah, let's get this show on the road.
Let's get to it.
Let's get this
So,
show on the road. Go ahead, bro.
um, so I guess we can start off with this first joint. Talking about the difference between a concert and an encounter. What's the difference? I want to ask y'all first before,
Yeah.
we give our piece. So, difference between a concert and an encounter. Tiana, what up?
Tiana, what's going on?
So y'all could drop in the comments if
Drop
you
in the
want to.
comments. Yeah, if you wanna come
Yeah,
up, just raise your hand, put like a hand up or something.
Jacob, what up?
Jacob,
But yeah, difference between a concert and an encounter.
right.
Encounters change your life. Concerts are get-togethers just to celebrate music.
All right, makes sense.
Okay. Drew, what's good? I miss you. I need to call you, catch up.
That makes sense. Concert display of talent. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I can agree with that.
What else? What else? What else? What else should I have?
They commenting today. I like this.
Bruh, they are. What else? One more. Let's get one more. Is Marcus on here? Is Marcus still here?
Let me see.
I want him to chime in.
Nah, he not on here.
All right. Jacob, chime in, bro.
Facts.
What's the difference um between a concert? Bro, put the question down there. Put the thing down there. Just real quick.
And pin it. Got you.
Yeah, and pin it. Shirley. Stan, we could definitely be raw.
Just watch it.
Yeah. We could be raw. We could be raw to a certain extent.
Anthony,
If
what
you
up,
want, if
man?
you want to come on here, come on. Conscious sometimes could be find someone to sleep with. Sheesh.
Very true.
Sheesh.
Very true.
Sheesh. 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 All right, Drew, what's your take on concert versus encounter?
A concert to me, is a display, like someone said, a display of your talent, a display of you may have been rehearsing or planning to release some music or whatever, and the concert is basically there to showcase, what you've worked on for however many months or however many years or whatever. It's really like
You just went out,
you.
bro.
My fault. You can hear me now.
Yep.
All right. So it's really like a big hang. Like most concerts, you're gonna see a bunch of musicians in the musicians corner, seeing what the heck this band finna do, or you gonna get a lot of singers who gonna come to see. Tim, what up, bro?
I
Definitely want
want
to
I
get you
want
up
Tim
there.
to, oh, yeah, I want Tim to chime in on this one as well.
Yeah. Um. Definitely get a lot of singers, seeing what the singers sound like or seeing what the lead singer sound like or whatever, whoever's featured. If it's a big name artist featured, of course you're gonna get a lot of people to come out because they want to be entertained.
Right.
It's an entertainment factor. Yeah, with the
Right.
book bag. It's an entertainment factor. It's like going to a Beyonce concert. You don't go see Beyonce
Do what
just
she do.
yeah, you don't just go just to whatever. You
Right.
go because you're gonna get the performance of your lifetime.
Right.
Simple.
Right.
Now, an encounter,
Mm-hmm.
there's no agenda. There's no we gotta be out of here at a certain time.
Right.
So we gotta sing these little two praise and worship songs, and then we gonna bring up the artist. She gonna do her little 1.5 song. Then we're gonna bring up two more artists. They gonna do their 1.5 song, and we gonna leave. We
Yeah.
gonna probably take an offering and leave. It's not an encounter. An encounter to me is no holds bar, as they would say in the WWE world. It's like a no holds bar match.
Yeah.
There's no limit. There's no, oh, I gotta play by the rules. It's strictly letting God do what He do with no interruption.
Yeah.
And we need more of that than just hearing good music.
Anything. Right. Absolutely. Um. Absolutely, bro. I agree. Yo. So on my take, right? Concert,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, bro, and I'm just piggybacking off of what you just gonna piggyback off of what you said and what everybody else been kind of saying. Concert to me, most likely, concert to me is basically like you just said, you showing forth your talent. Like, um, absolutely, Stanley. You just show forth in your you're gonna show forth your talent, your
Mm-hmm.
creativity. Um, um, is not necessarily, I don't want to say a concert can't be an encounter, but a concert can turn into an encounter.
All right.
A concert, so let's go back to the difference real quick. So a concert really is more so you just come to sing, do your two songs, 3 songs. You're gonna sit down, next person, we're gonna dance, have no agenda, have no focus of why we dancing. We just dancing because the bump is good, and that's just that. Encounters, then we like with the concert, we're not taking, there's nothing to be taken out of it.
All right.
Like, I'm not leaving with something. All right, I'm not leaving with something. That's a
Very
concert.
true.
I'm just coming, show my face, show my support, and to hear good music, whatever it is. You go to an R&B concert, it's literally just that good music that you're
Mm-hmm.
hearing, and you're experiencing. the creativity of the artist. An encounter, you're taking something out of, you're leaving. A lot of people don't want an encounter because they don't want to change. Absolutely. I agree with that too, Sam. Even though y'all having your own little conversation in the chat, which we love. Keep doing that because we gonna read our comments. But an encounter is like it's a God encounter. So
Hmm.
so you have to so you can't, it's impossible to have an encounter and not leave change,
Right.
not leave better than you came. All right. Um you can't have an encounter when there, and we just had a Bible study lesson on this. But you can't have an encounter and not be changed, not leave healed,
Facts.
not leave delivered, not leave with a changed mindset. If it's definitely called an encounter, you're definitely gonna come seeking something and receiving what you're seeking because you're coming with expectation.
Absolutely.
Okay. Um, with encounters, you're literally following and being guided by the Spirit. You may rehearse. You're going to rehearse because you're going to be ready, which Scripture
Hmm.
says, "Be also ready." Which that's Scripture. But at the same time, when God comes in a room, right? When God comes in a room, there's no agenda for
Right.
His. That's when you encounter His presence. That's when you encounter His glory. That's when you encounter His fire. That's when you encounter all of these things. Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Um. So 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 with an encounter, um, you have to be sensitive enough to know
That's the key.
sensitive
You hear
enough
me?
enough to know where is the next, what's the next move, right? But also with encounters where we are mimicking what's already going on in heaven. In heaven, it's praise and worship all day, right?
Right.
So with encounters, we should, every time we gather, this is, I don't like concerts, but every time we gather should be an encounter. Should be an encounter.
Very
If we
true.
have the right motive, the right agenda, if we have the right if we have the right motive. If the motive is just for you to hear me sing, just go.
Literally.
Just go. Like cancel it. Because at the end of the day, that means you're whatever you have is for naught. Whatever you
And
have is in vain.
it should be a situation where I don't think and this is a whole nother topic or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, but I don't think gospel artists should do these concerts or whatever just for popularity.
Right.
Like if that's your main goal, then you just completely took God out of gospel. And you worried about your fans or who looking at you or who gonna support you or whatever. But you don't got to worry about that if
Yeah.
God is first.
Absolutely.
He gonna send genuine support or genuine help or whatever. But if you just doing it just clout chasing and just because you got a superstar band and you think everybody's just gonna come out, they not coming out leaving change. They coming out. Okay, I heard great music. I'm going back
Right.
to do X, Y, and Z, whatever. That shouldn't be the case. And it's possible. It's possible to change lives even through the musicians. At least that's how it should be.
Mm-hmm.
You you shouldn't just play just to play.
Mm-hmm.
It should be genuine wherever you are.
True.
I've seen people come up to musicians, oh, you changed my life in the R&B setting. But you can if you have grace for the marketplace and you can do the secular stuff and the gospel stuff, and you can change lives even through that secular world. The lyrics may not always be great, but somebody could easily come up to you and be like, hey, I know we in this setting, but this really inspired me tonight.
Right.
And that's how it should be. So yeah,
But that's when, like you said, grace for the marketplace, anointed for the marketplace. That's when you're playing or whatever you're doing, even in the church, outside of the church, in the world,
mm-hmm.
in the secular world, and in the church. Um, that's when you know that you're anointed in grace for the marketplace, right? Because what you do in the church, because you're graceful what you do, and because you're anointed at what you do, no matter what you play, there's gonna be some sound of deliverance, no matter what you play.
Absolutely.
Like Jude, you don't just play gospel, right?
Not at all.
You don't just play gospel, but when you play, you can hear a sound. There's always gonna be a sound when you play, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. Bishop said yesterday. He said the world. I'm trying to find it in my notes real quick. He said hold on, I'm trying to find it real quick. And I wanna quote it. I don't wanna paraphrase it.
Right.
But when you grace for the marketplace, dude, like, well, no matter what you do, bro, like, you're gonna draw people to God. And
And
then
that's
you're
how
gonna
it's
and then
supposed to
you're
be.
always then you're always gonna hear that you're always gonna hear you're gonna hear that sound. Like, you're gonna hear that sound. You're gonna hear that sound. But who else? Anybody write anything?
No, I'm just waving
Okay.
to the folk coming in.
But how would you explain, um not even explain, but how would you uh how would you explain or get someone to understand the importance of being God led?
How would I explain it? Let me see. I will first ask, do you know who God is? Not They may not have a relationship yet. So I would first ask, do you know who God is? Do you believe there is a God?
Hmm.
So if they say yes or no or whatever, we move to the next point of, do you believe that God can be the head of your life, or do you believe that God can save you from where you are now? And then past that, we step into, okay, take these steps. Let's give, because a lot of people try to just force Bible
Hmm.
off rip. If to the person who don't know God for real, or hasn't had that experience,
Hmm.
they're gonna be like, "What the heck? What?"
Right.
So you give the encouragement piece, You know, you don't necessarily got to tell everything about you,
Right.
but let them know, hey, I've been in your shoes, or hey, it's possible to get to that place where you want to be with God, or to a place where God is the head of your life. Because a lot of people live, you know, they don't know how to build a relationship, or they don't know, you know, how to study the Bible, or whatever. So giving that encouragement, and then you can pop in a few scriptures. Hey, start looking at this, start looking at that,
Hmm.
building them up for them to keep asking you, what I do next, or is there a church I can go to and join and be taught?
Right.
Like, all of that matters, because I know a lot of people be like, it's heaven or hell, if you don't live right, yada yada yada. And I'm like, you pushing them away rather than bringing them to Christ.
Bishop says it like like I've been in church all my life, right? But I've never heard like Bishop say it, or Bishop say it like the best. Just because you're saved, just because you come to know Jesus as your Lord and Savior, that does not mean that you are not gonna have struggles.
Yep,
Bishop said this yesterday. This is one of the things I wanted to talk about yesterday. Bishop said this yesterday. He said God introduces himself through our struggles to the world. God introduces himself to the world through our struggle.
absolutely,
You know what I'm saying? So,
absolutely.
even what you're saying, right?
Hmm.
You're gonna have more actually. What's she talking about? Explain that.
Are you saying more struggle,
Oh,
or
okay, okay.
I
You're
think
gonna
I
have
think
more
that's what,
actually. I
if
think
if I'm
yeah.
wrong, correct me, but I think that's what she was saying.
What's going on, man? But you're gonna being saved doesn't it doesn't put you're not invisible. Being saved, you're not invisible to struggle.
Huh? Yeah.
You're not. I
Okay.
got you, Tiana. You're
Yeah.
not invisible to the ghost through.
Say that again, boy.
We sing all these songs of who God is.
CJ,
Um,
don't start.
we sing these songs of who God is without experience.
Huh?
Without experience.
Run it back.
So being saved doesn't save you from struggles, right? So we sing, like I said, so we sing all these songs. We sing all the songs about who God is. You actually go through more because of the oil you carry. Absolutely, absolutely. And even to get the oil, you got to go through a crushing.
You gotta go through
You
it.
have to. But even so much so, like we're singing all these songs about who God is,
I haven't lived it.
and we haven't lived it. What if you just sung, um, um, give me a song, bro. I'm not no singer. Um,
Um,
true, CJ. We let's say we sing.
dang,
When we
I'm
get into
really
these
drawing
moments,
a
like
blank right
when
now.
we get to these moments, we get blank. Come on, Tiana, give me a song or something. Like you'll sing, Jehovah Jireh, you're my provider, but you never been through nothing for him to be your provider. Like we sing like we're singing all these songs because it's a hit song now.
Right, and it
But
sound good.
it sound good, but there's no relationship with the song, with the lyrics, and with the God that you're singing about.
I call it feeding your musical flesh.
Right.
You bumping your head because the music is good and the vocals killing. What's up, EJ?
Some EJ.
Um, the vocals are killing,
And it's just something that you
but
want to sing. Artist versus praise and worship leader.
okay,
We're gonna hit that. We're gonna hit that. We're
yeah,
gonna hit that
we're gonna
too.
talk about that.
But at the same time, right? So we we gotta. I'm not perfect, right? But I'm saved.
Mm-hmm.
If 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 I'm struggling in the area, one, I know that God is with me.
Absolutely.
Know that for a fact. Even if I'm struggling in the area, I can speak myself out of that struggle. Life is better than the power of the tongue, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're either gonna speak life into the struggle or speak death to the struggle, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't take away of my relationship with God. I'm still saved.
Facts. Facts.
If we being saved, if we being saved meant that we didn't have any struggle, then why did Jesus die on the cross? Because even while he was up there, he was like, "Yo, why am I? Why you got me doing this?"
Yeah.
That's in the scripture. Why you got me doing this? Why am I doing this?
Because a lot of people think being a worship leader is a stepping stool to becoming an artist, but being an artist doesn't even necessarily qualify you as a worship leader. That's
We're gonna
true.
get there, bro. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get to that topic in 2 minutes. Promise you, we're gonna get into that topic in 2 minutes.
But
And see, we're gonna actually get CJ. Yo, CJ,
yeah,
would you come on video?
yeah, we could do it that way.
And but to go back to being saved and struggle, bro, like
Cause you know that Israel joint, the Here I Am to Worship joint. I never know how much it costs to see my sins upon the cross. Like you singing that, but do you really? Do you
dude,
really?
that right there, like
Like
that's something gets me all the time anyway. Like that's something really
yeah,
really
yeah.
for me to say
I'm
like
yeah.
like like
I'm done.
like if we all had a tearjerker, a real worship boo-hoo song, that is one
That
of
one
mine. That is one
and
of
Alpha
mine.
and Omega for me, boy.
That is one of
I'm
mine. Whew,
I'm right when them
whew.
two songs come on, yeah, it's over with.
But that yo, and I'm sure we have other I don't know everything about the Bible.
I know.
I'm not a theologian, but even with that song, bro, that song is for the saints.
Huh?
So even with that, and one of the most famous worship songs of all time. At the end of the day, bro, like, dude, we sin. None of us is perfect.
At all.
All have fallen short. We're still saved and yet being perfected, right? So
Yes, sir.
I want people to stop. I want people to stop categorizing being saved and not having struggle, or because you saved and because you're in the church, you should look this way, or you should be this way.
And just
Man,
because you go to church don't mean you saved. Don't mean you got a relationship. Let me say that. Because you could be saved, but you don't got a relationship and just
that's a
going to
fact.
church all your life. What you doing at home?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Let's hit that next topic that CJ brought up.
Yeah,
Let's pin
let's get
that.
CJ on here.
Let's pin that. Let's get CJ on here.
All right.
Let's pin that. And then I want to get some some of you that actually are praise and worship leaders.
Yo.
Not this guy. He did not just do that. Bro, what up, man?
And call it Twinkie. How you doing?
What's up?
Can't.
I can't call you what I want to call you on here. Hey, man.
Bro, what's going on, man?
Can't call it. I just was sitting here enjoying this conversation because this is my type of talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my type of conversation. Go ahead.
But you posted. You said artist versus praise and worship leader. So give us your take on that.
So I say there's a difference between an artist and a praise and worship, because I was kind of just
Chris,
picking
what's going on, man?
the previous topic, which was concert versus encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Artist versus praise. So me, my definition of an artist is somebody who performs. A praise and worship leader is somebody who, leads you through praise and worship. But I think what separates the two, a praise and worship leader is somebody who knows how to be sensitive to the moment. Somebody, who, because like y'all just said, piggybacking on what y'all just said, that even applies for musicians. Like, worship starts at home. Worship is more than singing a CCM song or a hymn, or worship is more than just pad and strings and holding the one. So
Say it.
It's the artist versus praise and worship leader is the same as musician versus minstrel.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes down to being the artist or the musician, and I'm no musician, I'm no artist, I don't sing or nothing. I'm just a servant.
Go ahead.
But being an artist, like you said, being an artist, you're performing the song.
Mm-hmm.
Being a praise and worship leader, you're evoking the presence of God in His own house to catapult us to a dimension or to a realm that we need to go to in that service. So, which means you need to be keen to the spirit, to the move, to what's going on. And I'm going to stress what's going on in heaven. Because
absolutely,
if every time we gather, and Bishop Bloomer, he came to our church and he asked a few people a question. He said, do we experience heaven on earth? And some people was like, yeah, sometimes we do, and yeah, sometimes. And Bishop Bloomer said, from the outer courts to the inner courts, absolutely. And Bishop Bloomer said, every time we gather, should be heaven on earth.
Literally,
right? So if that's the case, how can we have heaven on earth if we don't mimic heaven? If worship is going on 24/7, well, there's no time frame in heaven. There's no time in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
But if worship is going on, and I'm just gonna say time for our sake on here on earth.
right?
If worship is going on 24/7, heaven, right? When we gather as praise and worship leaders, when we gather, we are supposed to touch heaven and have a have a heaven encounter. We're keen to what's going on.
Right.
So you can have rehearsal. You can have the best rehearsal you had prepared. What if God is like, I don't want you to sing that right now. I want you to sing this that you haven't prepared. Do we shift, or do we go what? Praise and worship leader makes the job easy for the preacher.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, opens up that realm that should be opened up for that service. It's not going to be the same thing service after service.
Right.
What hit this service ain't going to hit the next service.
That's true.
My bishop always said, what hit, and no matter what area of ministry you work in, what hit this service is not going to hit the next service.
Facts.
That's true.
And you can't be like, oh well, we sung this song great. All right, now next service is going to be Wednesday. Let's sing it again, or let's sing it the next Sunday because it hit this time this way. Nah, that was just the way that God moved. Now He's moving in a whole different direction, but we won't know because we're so comfortable with how it hit the last time.
All right.
Yes, sir.
That's very true, bro. It's like I learn this all the time. You can't get comfortable after something go good for a couple weeks.
On God.
And you don't continue to grow in what you do.
And folks need to stop trying to recreate a move. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Is this... Get him on here.
Cool.
Hold on.
You thought that was Daryl Walls.
I thought so, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, hold on. That's what you call mimics. That's what you call a fake, a fluke.
Wow.
You have to be sensitive to him and not them.
Oh God.
Yeah, they go back to, chasing the crowd or worrying about what folk gonna think about your playing or think about how you serve or whatever. Like if you just chasing likes or whatever,
Oh God.
that'll only get you so far. Bishop says it all the time. If you chasing likes, you'll be hurt by the lack thereof.
Bishop said, and I posted it last week. He said, if you live for attention,
That's what it is.
You'll die from the lack thereof.
From the lack thereof, yeah. That's what it was.
Chasing clout, absolutely. Chasing clout, not being. The funny thing is, bro, some of these people. Did you read Nate's comment already? And the problem for the church is doing the same thing over and over again. That's called insanity. Okay. but some of these people chasing clout or doing whatever they're trying to do, to chase clout, it's really not even them.
Facts.
My question is this, to those people that chase clout, right? My question is this, and I wish I could really have a conversation with clout chasers, but they hide too much.
Go ahead.
They hide too much. My question is this to some of these clout chasers. Once you get the clout, what do you do next?
Oh.
Because what you're doing to get to where you're going is not going to sustain you when you actually get there, because then the real you has to come out.
Well,
facts.
So after you done chase the clout, you stupid. After you done chase the clout, what do you do?
That's true.
Is there another level of clout chasing? Does clout chasing have levels? I'm just real. I don't know this. So do you, is there levels to this thing called clout? Glenn, what's going on, man? Are there levels to this thing called clout?
I haven't heard of any.
What do you do when you actually touch what you're reaching for? Absolutely. But not only that, what happens when you what happens when you touch what you've been reaching for that wasn't called nor designed for you? Now you're not graced for that place. Now what?
That's true.
Just gonna wear you clean out.
Now what?
They just gonna wear you clean out because you ain't prepared nor is you equipped for it.
You're graced for what you're called and anointed to do.
Thank you.
Whether you call it ministry, whether you call it ministry or not, if you're not graced for it, if you're not anointed for it, how can you expect God to keep you in it?
That's true.
There's people that's going to swallow them up. Facts. There's people that's actually doing stuff that they were not called to do.
Oh God.
And they're not covered for at all.
Sooner or later, they turn in that favor. Just calling it how it is.
At all. So what you think of timed services versus the God move?
Me personally, I hate time service. Most of the time services that I have been to or played for, if it's a time set, I'm always gonna like push the envelope, especially if it's like it's something. If I feel like it's something there.
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, I'm not a fan of I mean, I get it. There's of course you gotta have order and structure and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go past the set time or the set, whatever, is cool as long as it's a God move. But
Right.
if it's just time, like we just cutting stuff just to cut it because we want to be under a certain time, I don't agree.
Very true.
Spirit can come in a time service, but if we're not letting it have its way, we're at fault and it's terrible. Absolutely. Absolutely, Russell. Absolutely. I agree.
Cause you
I
got
agree.
you got them churches to be like 2 songs, announcements, offering, and you all got a time. You looking at a timer like, okay, we
Mm-hmm.
got to do this under 2-3 minutes or whatever, or 4 minutes per song, or a 30-minute sermon or whatever. Like what?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I hate it here.
You not
Yeah,
you
facts.
you not leaving room for God to even step foot in the crack of the door. Like,
How do we kick him out of his own house?
I ain't never, never mind. I ain't never, never understood that one.
Right, putting God on a schedule. How do we kick him out of his own house? Like, like time services, like this, and the crazy thing is, we're not coming against any church. What you do is what you do. What your pastor does at your church, that's what he does. But, and I'm not saying in time services you cannot experience God. I'm not saying that. What we're saying is, how do you how do we call for his presence? Then when his presence come, we say we had enough.
uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, I ain't touching that one.
Uh-oh.
We call for full total deliverance. We want full total complete healing. We want miracle signs and wonders,
Well,
but don't want to do what's necessary.
You put
Be-
a you want to put a time limit on God, just like you put a time limit on how long you work, or if you work a 9 to 5, or I'm only working 6-7 hours and that's it. I ain't doing no overtime.
It's only in the church.
And
yeah, like because I think, in my personal opinion, I feel like the whole timing thing got out of control. I feel like at first it had a pure, meaning, or pure standard meaning, like let's try and stay in between this time. Like, okay, my church, we have a timer in the back. If you go over your timer, they don't really care as long as it's like, a God moment and not like
Mm-hmm.
you just operating out of your flesh trying to push your own personal agenda. However, most churches took the whole time thing and made it something that it wasn't originally meant to be. I feel like it was kind of at first used as like, a structure slash, order.
Right.
But now it's really just, let's do this so we can look a certain way. Like the meaning of it got perverted. I'll say that much. The true meaning of it got perverted.
Carl said, we pray, sing, play for him to show up, and when he does, we want to stop it. Rushu said, but to be honest, we don't have to be in the church building to church. We hold on. We don't have to be in the church building. The church is the people. We can walk out the door, still in the spirit, praying, laying hands, etc.
That's true.
Yeah, we not neglecting that, but what we saying is, when God comes in a room, your agenda and your time go out the window.
yeah.
We could victory. We in service. Is given. God is still there. Still cut up.
Oh, God.
Still be in the spirit. Still be gone.
Every time.
So we're not saying, we're not saying there can't be no benediction in the service, but when it comes down to, okay, praise and worship is literally only 20 minutes. Stay within your 20 minutes. The preacher is going to preach only 30 minutes. All right, stay with, and that preacher stays within their 30 minutes. Now, I'm not saying that God can't come. Like I said before, God can't come in those times and stick to time. But when do we, in this generation, in this time, the time that we in, right? Okay, we're all dealing with COVID, right? As a pandemic, right? Are we tired? Are we tired of COVID yet?
I've been tired of COVID, boy.
Been tired of COVID.
Oh gosh.
We've been praying for COVID to leave. Still here.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it? Can't do anything. You gotta
You
wait.
can't. I'm about to say.
You gotta wait. Right?
You just gotta wait it out.
When God comes in a room, we do the same thing.
I totally agree.
Why can't we sit back and say, you know what? Have your way. Do what you want to do. I'm going to wait this out. We're going to wait this out. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Kids got to go to bed. Kids got to go to school in the morning. I got to go to work in the morning. Lord, you came for a reason. We can't do nothing about you coming here right now. We call for you to come. Now you're here. Why we can't be like that, bro?
Folks
Why is that hard?
Folks so caught up in their head. They're so caught up in their head. Okay, I'm used to, getting out at a certain time or whatever. And when the God moment happens, you just like, oh, they over time. I'm about to go. Like,
right.
And I warn people. I warn people to be careful with that, because I've known a lot of instances, even when I was going to school in Boston, folk would leave, and I went to a Pentecostal church up there. I was playing for 2 years, and folk would literally leave the church because they missed the God moment and be in the accident 5 minutes later.
Bishop told, was it Bishop? It was either Bishop or one of my pastor friends told a story. I think it was one of my pastor friends told a story of he was doing benediction, and he said nobody leave before benediction.
Yeah.
People got tired of church, got tired. They was up and leaving. There's one couple that the Holy Ghost told them not to leave. Like through that pastor, I believe it was my friend. Through that pastor, told them, "Hey, don't leave until after benediction."
All right.
Them people left before benediction, got into a car accident. You don't know what you're opening yourself up to when you leave your own agenda,
and you don't know what you're protecting yourself from if you listen.
If you listen, Russell said, your agenda and time should be out the window before service starts. Absolutely. Big difference between agenda and structure. Totally. I agree. Stanley said, time services I thought were for people who are renting your building. I'm not a pastor, nor do I do contracts for that type of stuff, so I'm not even going to touch on that.
Yeah.
Lexi says, they missing out on their blessing leaving early. Absolutely. Taylor said, we started putting our focus on things other than God. That's when the time thing became excessive, trying to have balance. And we already know at Victory, there's no balance.
There's no balance.
There's no balance.
Yeah, if you listen, man, I'm telling you. If you listen and take heed, you be surprised with what you're protecting yourself from. And that's not
Absolutely.
even just leaving before benediction. That's with life. If you have a true prophet or true man of God who hears from God genuinely and not no fake. I ain't talking about that fake stuff. I'm talking about the real deal. Hear from God for real. You will be surprised of what you can protect yourself from if you just take heed to what you know your pastor, preacher, whatever is teaching or telling you what God said, but you fall when you want to continue to do things your own way, and then you wondering why you're not at the place where you want to be when you could have been closer if you just listen.
If you just listen. If you just listen. Bro, let's go to the next topic, bro. CJ gonna love this one.
Uh-oh.
Dating someone in ministry and someone that's not in ministry.
Ooh, gotta go.
Dating someone in ministry
Ooh.
and dating someone that's not in ministry. See, are you dating right now?
I'm fifth. I don't know who's watching. Hold on. Let me. Not
No. I ain't gonna put you. I ain't gonna have you answer that because we keep these up here.
Yeah.
We don't erase these. These stay.
Yeah. We're gonna let you be great today.
But honestly, as a minstrel, right? As a minstrel, as someone who do what you do, how do you because you're in ministry. You're heavily active in ministry. What does that look like for someone in the dating world? Like, how do you, if you're in ministry and active, and you're dating someone that's not active in ministry, how does that work?
Okay, so me personally, and this is just my personal experience. I think I'm in a weird generation. I say that much. So
how old are you?
20.
Okay.
So like dating somebody that's like, you know, around my age that's in ministry, it's been weird only because a lot of people in my generation, they do stuff like for the looks. Like everybody wanna act older or seem older than they are, so they put on this, you know, front. And it's like, you know, when you in church, you got this whole mature act, but it's like when you out of church, you don't know how to like cut it off. So my experience dating, you know, somebody who is in church and, you know, active in ministry, and dating somebody who's not, I would rather date somebody who's not active in ministry, in my personal opinion. Because it's like, in my personal opinion, the person or people who I've dated that have not been, you know, active in ministry have been more understanding to, you know, like other stuff, like, you know, you tired, you know, you need to rest, you don't need to keep doing this, that, and the third, versus dating somebody being like, okay, well, I gotta do this, can you come with me, can you do this? Like, you know, like somebody who I feel like I said, this generation is just weird. So I would rather not. And, you know, I think even with me, you know, being young and then a musician, okay, this comment is for me.
Oh my God.
And I say this. Yo, hold on.
Yeah, you gotta chill, bro.
Yeah, chill out. This not the live for that.
Yo, wow. So
yeah, just hold on, bro. Go ahead.
I feel like just growing up in this generation, I'd rather not. And being a musician, you already got this stigma on you. You know, they feel like all musicians, you know, get around or do this, that, and the third. And that's not true. Is it tempting? Absolutely. But I would rather not date somebody that's active in ministry. just because when I'm not in church, I don't want to hear about church 24/7. I don't want to hear about what this pastor did, what this musician, this worship. I don't want to hear. When I'm outside of church, I want to be normal. That's I want to be able to balance, ministry and then regular life.
Mm-hmm.
So I would rather not date somebody that's active in ministry.
Go ahead, Drew.
My personal.
Jesus. Okay, so so I'm currently dating someone who's active in ministry. Shut up, CJ. But I've dated, outside the ministry too. I think it just depends on what Julian said. Okay. Nah, I think it just depends on the person at the end of the day, because some people can be understanding, some people can't understand, some people don't understand why you at the church a lot, or why you at the church 5 days out the week. The certain people, women, men, whoever, they won't understand that. So you don't hound them about it. It's just a choice you got to make within yourself to be like, okay, is this worth me constantly hearing about, oh, you at the church so much, or that's all you do is church? Like, is it worth me putting up with that? Versus someone to say, okay, I know you're active in ministry, you work closely to your pastor or whatever, you're MD, musician, whatever.
No,
so since you're in a position of leadership at your church, I understand, hey, you got to be here these certain types of hours, or you got to be here these number of days. So right. I just think it depends on the person. That's what I would say.
Definitely.
Saquon, what do you have to say?
Y'all not finna get me shot.
Look, that's what I said. That's why I ended it there. Because my God.
I would say this, right? Where Drew go?
He's sin. Come out. Who's here? He might be in the call.
I will say this. Being with being with someone in the ministry, to me, once again, this is my personal opinion.
Go ahead.
Being with someone, your commentary is hilarious, bro. Being with someone in ministry, to me, is much easier than being with someone that's not in ministry. My wife is more, she's understanding with my assignment. And I think if she wasn't in ministry, I think she would not understand my assignment as much.
That's true.
I don't think she would understand the depth of my assignment. I think dating someone that's not, I think if you're in ministry and you're dating someone, and it works for some people, I don't think it'll work for me. I think dating someone while you're in ministry and active in ministry. Claude, what's going on, man? While you're in ministry and you're active in ministry, and you're dating someone that's not in ministry, I think that calls for more issues. I think it calls more issues because of the lack of understanding. And it's not the lack of understanding because they just ignorant and don't want to understand. I think it's the lack of understanding of the depth of ministry, of the depth of assignment that you're called to. Me and Juby, we travel with Bishop. So how can I explain someone how can I explain to someone that's not in ministry that I'm traveling for ministry, in these different cities, these different states and countries.
Facts.
How can I explain that to someone that's not in ministry to where they understand that this is not about me just wanting to do it because it's a plane ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Someone that's active in ministry comes from want to have to.
Mm-hmm.
To my life depends on my assignment. Right? So how can I explain that to someone that's not in ministry? I can understand, and CJ, I understand exactly what you said. In terms of, if you're dating someone in ministry, they can want to always talk about church. I don't have that problem.
See,
facts.
Y'all generation get it. My generation, they are behind.
I don't have that issue because with mine, once we leave that building,
facts.
they have a conversation. They have a half conversation, but majority of the time, once we leave that building is there, and we are here.
Amen.
Go ahead.
Bishop Listen Page, he said it the best. He said, nah, I ain't gonna say it.
Nah.
I ain't gonna say it. It's too much. They ain't ready.
No, but I believe that
on God, Khalil.
I believe that certain people are able to adapt if they're not in ministry. I'm not gonna say everybody who's not in ministry is just totally a lost cause.
Right.
I feel like some people you have the opportunity to build them up or let them know, hey, I'm active in the ministry. This is what I got to do. This is my life. Like, this is what it depends on. So some people are understanding to that. Then you got the others who are just like, oh, I can't do this because I only see you 2 days out the week and blah 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 blah.
God bless your heart.
It's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice. Let's read some of these comments. Drew X, he said facts. I think this is when CJ was talking. He said facts because most people in ministry don't have a regular life. ISO _ Key says, nah, that's facts. Destiny, she's just clowning. J Mark, he says balance being active in church is sometimes a crossroads. There's no balance. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was finna say
we don't balance our assignment and
and I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I don't have that issue of not having a quote unquote life outside the church.
Bro, I don't remember that time we had the conversation on the Bros Chat. I think it was episode 1 or 2. And we had that conversation and we was like, I don't know.
I don't get it.
I've had a life. Like there's no, my life is my assignment. My assignment is my life. But from what people is trying to say in terms of enjoying your life outside of church,
right?
I don't have that problem.
Me neither.
But then again, I also believe it is based upon your leader, how your leader is, because y'all see my bishop, he'll get on his motorcycle in a heartbeat and enjoy his life. He'll get on the plane in a heartbeat and enjoy his life.
Facts.
He'll go to a store and enjoy. So I don't get it. But back to these comments. Stanley, he said, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't want a girl in ministry because I wanted to be a rebel and then boom, I married a church girl. My generation is trash.
Absolutely.
Khalil says some people aren't used to it and aren't willing to sacrifice. Absolutely. Definitely a sacrifice. Yes. Who's that? Mr. Extravaganza. Okay. Cressette says it's a difference with dating someone that is in church but doesn't have a ministry assignment versus someone that isn't in the church at all. There is a difference.
Yeah.
There is a difference. Absolutely. Taylor, when you're in ministry, ministry is your regular life. Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely depends on the leader. Type 81, you have to be equally yoked past church. Y'all can date and get married for church, then not be equally yoked. Please be careful about the ministry. You have to be equally yoked past church. Y'all can date and get married for church, then not be equally yoked. Please be careful about the ministry. Type 81, explain that for me.
Yeah.
Mr.
But you could date.
Extravaganza, but you could date someone in the church and they're just as bad as the one outside the church
Now
and
that's
don't understand your assignment. Absolutely.
Very true.
That's
some
true.
worst stories that came from church.
That's true. That's the truth right there.
No cap.
That's the truth right there. I want Type 81 to explain that real quick, and then we're gonna jump on to the next
Next topic.
topic. But I want him to try to hurry up and send that.
We appreciate
Almost had a
y'all
stroke reading that. I can't with you. We
hanging in
appreciate
there.
everyone that's on facts. If you have a question, please hit that question.
Yeah.
That question. What's that? What they call that? Little question thing on the bottom right. Just hit that.
And ask your
Type in your
question.
question. We will call your name so we know that you were on your question. If you want to be anonymous in your question asking, just put anonymous so we won't call your name, but we'll still ask the question because we're gonna pin the question also to the
Who's
to
this?
the we're gonna pin the question to the bottom, and then we all most likely gonna answer it. CJ, thank you so much for hanging out with us, bro. We appreciate you.
So I think somebody trying to come up. I don't know who this is. The Saints? Who is that?
Who?
What is it?
The Saints _ the Saints.
Underscore the Saints. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Hold on, we're about to figure it out. Underscore the Saints.
Yeah, _ the Saints __.
Hold on. I think no. Decline that one.
All right.
I think that's who I think it is.
That's no good.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. Ain't bad, but no.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. So
I still want to give people opportunity to speak though, bro. So I don't want to.
okay?
You know, if he's still on there, let's see what he got to say. If anything, like I said in the beginning, we're all respectful. So if you do come up, please be respectful.
Facts.
Because this is what we do. So don't disrespect us in our space, nor anyone else that is on here. But everyone is if you have something to say, if you want to speak on something, definitely we will allow you to come up, but don't be disrespectful.
Don't go OD.
Don't get out of hand because we would just X you out, block you.
Facts.
Someone may respond in a way that you may not like respectfully.
Save yourself the trouble.
Yeah, I think he just canceled it because I don't see it no more.
Okay.
Nick Robinson, what up, bro?
Okay, the guy he never responded back.
Yeah, so
let's go on to the next one.
We know.
Yeah,
we know
niece,
that's
my niece. She don't play. So
all right.
What's the next one, bro?
Next.
Quick question: Did anybody see
Yeah,
My
some
wife's gonna
facts.
go off.
Facts.
Did anyone see that new show, The Woman? It's on Netflix. The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window.
Uh-uh.
I haven't.
Bruh, that show so daggone psycho. So okay, so one of my should I call this person my client?
Go ahead.
Pretty much. Pretty
CJ.
much. So one of my clients, bro,
It's a great series.
So me and so one of my clients texted me and said, "Hey, did you see this new show?" I'm like, "No, what is it about?" So she tells me, she's like, "Hey, this is it's about a girl, basically a girl who lost her daughter. She has a chair by her front window on the first level of her house, by the front window, and she's looking into another house. She witnesses she's going through a lot of psychological mental issues because of the
Mm-hmm.
loss of her daughter and how her daughter died. So she's looking outside of the window into another house. She sees things. So she still sees her daughter. She still drives to the daughter's school, like her daughter's inside the school, inside the car, dropping her off. She's delusional. She drinks
Right.
with her medication and hallucinates. Absolutely, yeah. So she's going through a lot, right? So that's really funny. So she's looking through this window and she sees a murder happen between the guy across the street girlfriend. She basically get her throat slit.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
I seen a preview for this.
Okay, she gets her throat slit, and and because she hallucinates, because she drinks and does the medication, and
See,
because she has all these Janaya, hey, because she has all these psychological mental issues and illnesses, nobody believes her.
wait.
Right.
She called the cops. They came to the house and didn't see no sign of nothing happening at the house. So right now, where I'm at, where me and someone's at right now, she's fighting her way to make people believe that she saw this murder.
What's the name of it?
It's the name of it. Look, it's a psycho show, but the name of it is The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window.
Sounds like witchcraft. Go ahead.
Janaya, how you think it
I
was?
just finished watching this. See, now I gotta go watch it. All
That's
right.
right before I watched
It's
that.
a good I keep making the mistake and watching it after I get off of work, and then I kind of fall asleep.
Fall asleep.
But because I actually got a job.
Go ahead. Eat it by Sata.
DJ, what up, bro?
Go ahead.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna start watching that probably tomorrow.
Rate myself.
It was good, just tired of the casserole.
Wait.
Hello?
So she keep making casseroles, and she keep forgetting. She put the casserole in a glass dish, put it in the oven. Once it's done at the oven, she keeps forgetting that the oven makes stuff hot. So she goes bare hand and touch the casserole, the pan, and with her bare hand, she keeps saying that she forgot. But it seems like all she makes is casserole.
Wait.
Jesus.
It's hilarious.
It just I'll lie to you.
It's
Just
hilarious.
She was definitely making the heck out of the casserole. You are terrible at explaining the series.
I thought I just did right.
Aaliyah, what up, sis?
I ain't explained it correctly.
It didn't make me want to go watch it, but it definitely made me hungry just a little bit.
Okay, now he's back.
There you go.
Dating someone not in ministry is y'all. Okay. Dating someone not in ministry is y'all equally yoked on everything else besides the ministry, but your love for God draws them. Just my opinion. So what if you're equally yoked? I'm not gonna touch that. Thank you for your opinion.
Jesus.
That was her daughter's favorite dish. Okay, I didn't get to that part. CJ question. So how do you stay focused as a musician in the church and out the church? Because I'm a musician and sometimes I have to sit myself down and pray because my mind be wondering. Well, you should be always praying.
Yeah, you need to pray. I was like, you need to go consecrate. I don't have that problem.
Go ahead, but answer this question, CJ. How do you stay focused? So his main question, basically, and if I'm reading correctly, is how do you stay focused, being a musician in the church and out of the church? How do you stay focused?
Okay, let me ask you to elaborate on that just a tad, so I can make sure I answer your question the correct way. Explain what you mean, just a little bit. Be a little more specific, Doc. Because I'm hungry right now. I be done said the wrong thing.
Tight 81, all is well, man. Thank you so much for your opinion. We do understand what you were saying. Thank you so much for chiming in to the conversation. We appreciate you. Once again, if you have a question, hit that question icon on the bottom, or just type it in the chat so we can
facts
answer your question. We all come from different areas of life. We all are active in ministry. So if you have honestly, if you have a question that you want someone to answer, just go ahead. Destiny, go away.
We waiting on this elaboration.
We're waiting on you.
CJ, what you while we wait, what's up next for you, man?
How much, man? Just trying to lose some weight. Doc, I wear 2 shirts now.
You said what?
I wear 2X in shirts now. This is getting a little out of hand.
Well, I refuse to get there. Even though I'm probably there, I
don't even know how I got there. But nah, nothing really. Just only thing I know for sure is Sade, Prayers from the Vault, Part 2.
Okay.
Yeah. My next recording is in October. 8th of October. Like my friends be trying to do too much and give me in a minute. Well, in that case, it sounds like you need new friends, honestly.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
Once I like start taking like, God and ministry and then like, my gift and stuff seriously, I had to disconnect from a lot of people. Like a lot of people thought I was gonna be like lifelong friends with. I had to disconnect. Some understood, a majority of them didn't. Tell me I was acting different, tell me all this other stuff. But when you know who you are and what's on you, you gotta move different.
Absolutely.
Very true.
Absolutely. I think CJ definitely hit it on the nail. And I know that was a question for CJ, but if you're in ministry, right? If you're in ministry,
what's good?
And your friends know that you're in ministry and they know what you can't do, what you shouldn't be doing. If your friends don't respect who you are in ministry, they're not your friends.
Say that.
They're not your friends. I have friends that I grew up with. My best friend, I'm still best friends with my best friend, and we've been best friends since 2nd grade.
Right.
Okay. They know who I am, whose I am. They know what I do in ministry. We're still friends to this day because they respect what I do, and they don't ever force me to do anything that I should not be doing.
Right.
Okay. If your friends don't respect who you are in all aspects, not just in one area, but in all aspects, as a person, as a human, as a minstrel, as a minister of the gospel, if they don't respect that, they're not your true friends. You
Very true.
definitely need to get new friends that's going where you're going. If you're still connected to people that's trying to hold you back and hold you down from elevating, and trying to keep you in a place where they first met you, they're not your friends, and they don't want to see you succeed.
That's facts.
Very true.
Okay, you can't. You can't. Some people, and Bishop says this all the time, and I'm paraphrasing on this. Some people would let's go off dead weight. Right, let go of dead weight. Absolutely. Some Bishop says this. Some people only want to keep you in the area or in the place, or want to keep you down so they can look a certain way, so they can look like they succeeded.
Absolutely.
You know, because you're elevating and they trying to keep you down. You need new friends, you need new friends, my guy. That's how you stay focused. Cutting off a dead weight. Because they're just that dead weight, and they're trying to keep you in a place where you elevated from.
And that's easy. It's easier said than done, because
absolutely.
Like when I was in school, I think a lot of church kids got this testimony. When you're in school, you do and say a lot of stuff you ain't supposed to when superiors and your folks ain't around. But I think my thing was, like, when I was in school, I was doing, whatever, getting into all this other stuff, doing stuff I know I ain't had no business doing. And, once we got out of school, graduated, all that good stuff, everybody like, let's do this. And, like I said, it wasn't until, like, I went through certain stuff, like, when school was over and I had to, like, face real life. I'm like, okay, only way I'm really, truly going to make it is if I do what I know I'm supposed to do. Meaning I know I can't be going out here drinking. I can't be out here fornicating, doing this and the third, woo. So I had to cut off a lot of people who didn't understand, like, what I had, where I was going, and where I was trying to escape from, because, they just didn't understand, because they got so used to seeing me in a certain season. Once I, took the blindfold off and, like, seeing, like, I'm supposed to be here. However, I can't get here until I let this go and cut this off. That was that. I had to. Easier said than done. Like, it was hard for me to cut off some of my friends, because a lot of my friends didn't understand. They're like, man, you being mean, man. Come on, bro. Da. And I'm like, you can call it what you want, but I know what I got to do to get where I got to go.
Right.
Absolutely.
Anybody else have a question, bro? Is there any questions in that box?
Dougie.
Nah, ain't nothing here. Okay. But nah, definitely, like,
absolutely
guard yourself. And one thing I had to learn when letting people go, don't feel bad if you quote unquote may hurt their feelings, because you've matured to the place of I can't rock with that no more.
Okay.
So don't feel like, oh, I let him down. Duke, what up? Oh, I let my friend down, or I lost my best friend, or whatever. Because don't feel bad just because of your maturity. That's not a feel bad moment. Yeah. That is I'm growing. I'm growing in God. I'm doing everything I got to do to get what He wants for me and His will for me. So if that entails me cutting certain people off, or quote unquote moving different, and you're not moving different because you don't got to not speak to nobody.
Yeah,
or you don't.
Certain stuff, you got to know your limits and know your boundaries. And it's going to respect you. But I got friends who don't go to church. I got friends that smoke. I got friends that do all this stuff. However, when I come around, they know don't smoke around me. They know I'm not finna smoke. They respect that, and they not going, we sit there like normal conversation. That don't mean you got to act weird or holier than thou. It is what it is, but it's just limits and boundaries that you got to set. And if they can't respect that, then they ain't your friends.
Not. Let me say this, right? So, like I said, I grew up in church, was in church, right? When I lived in New York, I um I was in church, but I was still partying. I was still going to the lounges, going to the clubs.
Go ahead.
I was actually in New York. I was actually a party promoter.
Go ahead.
Believe it or not, I managed DJs. I did it all right in that area. The people that planned the parties, they never forced me to promote my friends. They never forced me to promote a flyer that had females' bodies on it. They never forced me to promote a flyer that had alcohol on it. You get what I'm saying?
That's
Because they
respect.
respected who I was, who I am.
That's respect. Facts.
And like you said, if they're really like we all said, if they're really your friends, bro, like they're gonna understand, like, okay, you can't do such and such. So because you can't do it, I'm not gonna even do it to tempt you. Because truth be told, some of those people, some of those friends that actually respect you, they're gonna know that, yo, we didn't we I got into a car accident, but I know I didn't die because you was here. Because we're connected.
Mm-hmm.
Your connections can either save your life or kill your life.
Very true.
Me and my bros, we got into a car accident after going skating one day, and we did a whole 360 on a busy highway in New York. My bro said, Saquon, we didn't die or the situation wasn't worse because you was in the car.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
So if you surround yourself with people that actually respect who you are, respect your calling, actually see you much further than where you are now, those are the people you need to be connected to.
Absolutely.
Those need to be the people you connected to.
Very
Any
true.
more questions before we end this? Thank y'all so much for joining us. CJ, once again, man, thank you for joining. Thank you for your input.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you for your opinions, everything, bro. We appreciate you.
Absolutely, bro. Anytime.
We appreciate you. Juby, what's up with you, man? What's next for you?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I hate CJ so bad. So got a lot of music lined up for y'all, man.
Go ahead.
Starting this month, gonna have a couple gospel songs coming out, a couple R&B hip hop joints coming out.
Nice.
You walking heavy, R&B. Yes, sir.
But nah, it's gonna be a good year. I say that every day, man. Like the way it's going already, it's gonna be. Yes, I do lessons. Inbox me. I will send you that information. But
I
asked Juby for lessons, y'all. He told me I wasn't worth it.
Prophet
I
never
said that.
Juby told me I shout too much. So.
I I never said that. Don't listen to that. But anyway,
Juby.
Nah, but I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful, for everything that's happening right now. I'm telling y'all, the music y'all about to hear is
it's fire.
It's about to get crazy.
Release date.
Release date. I don't have a release date yet. Y'all will know that.
Attentive.
I bet you won't drop something.
Huh?
I bet you won't drop something next week.
Don't tempt me because it's
God's willing.
not. God's willing. Yeah, God's willing. But I doubt it. I'm taking my time because I want to be right.
Go ahead.
Destiny said, to piggyback off of what we just was talking about, she said it's hard to find people like that, especially around my age.
As far as
as far as being around people that that's for you, that believe in who you are and won't tempt you to
Oh
do
yeah.
what you shouldn't do.
She must be in my generation.
Yeah, she's around there.
Generation is
You're
trash.
you're a few years older than her.
Got you.
I just want to play in another key besides C sharp. Okay.
On God, I want to play another key besides B. I'm sick of it.
But yeah, that's you just honestly, Nisi, you just gotta, if you're not popular by the amount of friends you have, you're popular. I don't want to say popular, significant. I say significant.
Mm-hmm.
You're not significant by the amount of friends that you have. You're significant by the amount of, to me, this is my opinion, you're significant by the amount of people you reach. Right?
Very true.
If you have one friend, two friends that is walking the same walk that you're walking, that's all you need. To me, I would say two, because scripture says two or three. So you need at least
they
two.
tell you.
Woo!
So
Watch it.
I can't.
Jess, what up?
I can't. But yeah.
No, yeah. I'm grateful for everybody who's on here, for sure.
Facts. Once again, thank y'all for joining us. We're gonna try to be because we just been so busy.
Yeah.
We've been busy. We've been busy. I would say this: if you are in the Atlanta area, put the church address and everything on it. If you are in the Atlanta area and you are, just hang around the older crowd so you can continue to discern who is really for you, push you with that compromise. If you are in the Atlanta, Forest Park, surrounding cities, surrounding areas, I am going to, this is your personal invitation. I may not know all of y'all, but I'm personally inviting all of you to come visit Victory City Church, 5300 Frontage Road, Forest Park, Georgia, 30297. I'm telling you, your life will be changed if you come and visit Victory City. How you put the address and not the name of the church?
I had a Baptist. I came.
Our pastor Bishop Mark L. House.
I'm sitting in the back. Come to y'all.
He is indeed a true prophet of God. He is God's best friend. Literally.
On God. I'm sorry. Wow.
But I'm definitely inviting you to come and experience God in a way that you have never experienced him before.
Don't wear no Jordan. Increase my ones.
I'm telling you, you're gonna hear a fresh word. You're going to dance. You're going to cry. You're going to fall on the floor. You're going to be laid out. You're gonna worship. You're gonna experience worship. You're gonna experience praise. But most of all, you're gonna feel the love of the people. Okay?
Absolutely.
You're gonna feel love. Like there's no place like Victory City Church. So if you are in Atlanta, or in the surrounding areas of Forest Park, Georgia, I would invite you to come Sunday morning. Service starts at 11:30 a.m. Sunday night. Every Sunday night we have Sunday night Victory Explosion. That starts at 8 p.m. Wednesday night Bible Refuel Bible Study.
It's at 8.
Is at 8 p.m. And I encourage you to come and be our guest. This is your personal invitation.
Every service, they church.
Every service you're gonna experience God. I'm telling you that right now.
Don't worry.
Every service you're going to experience God and get a fresh word.
Absolutely.
Every service, and you're gonna feel loved. You're gonna want to come back. If you don't have a church home, this is your church home right here.
And they be having food after church, y'all.
Oh my God.
Churches don't do
this guy.
That's the highest form of love right there.
This guy's so annoying. there's no questions in the thing in the box, bro.
Nah.
Good.
Don't
So
wear no one.
who said they coming?
Wear no fives. You gonna crease them.
Oh, come on, man. When you gonna come? He said food.
Not food. Oh my
Never
God.
mind.
Never mind.
Hey,
Doors open, right? I'm sorry. Doors open on Sunday night at 7:45 and Wednesday night at 7:45.
Ryan, what up, sis?
But I am partially inviting all of you guys to come visit. You do want to get a seat. If I was you, I would definitely come Sunday night. If you can't make it Sunday morning because you have your own service you got to go to, definitely come Sunday night at 7:45. Doors open at 7:45. I'm telling you, you want to be there.
Can y'all see
You
me?
want to be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as long as I can sit in the back, cause
you got wiped out when you came the front.
Sure did.
I,
Hey man, Jalen.
Yeah.
Jaden actually hit me up today right before we got on the thing. He was like, "Man, I need a." He said I need another gathering like next week.
Yeah.
I said come to convocation. He said
Nah.
he said I'll definitely be there at the gathering. I said you need a, because I remember I was like, dude, y'all only came for one night. I said imagine if y'all came all three. He was
Yeah.
like, man,
purpose. I already knew I was gonna get God.
bro.
Nah, I'm telling you,
I wasn't living right around that point in time.
I can't wait to convocation, honestly.
Bro, convocation. Yo. CJ, so Thursday, convocation is usually Wednesday to Friday, right? And then all day Sunday, right?
Mhm.
On Thursday and Friday, Bishop have impartation before the night service. So like at 3:00, 2:30, 3:00, we have impartation. And it's literally the gathering. You know, it's literally the gathering in about 2 hours.
Yeah, literally. Like
Literally.
I'll make sure I'm living right around time. I gonna get me. Long as
yeah.
you get snacks after impartation.
Oh my God.
What is wrong with him?
A ruffle.
A ruffle.
Listen, if you on here, follow my bro CJ, follow my bro Juby. If you're looking for a minstrel, if you're looking to record, looking for music arrangements, looking for beats, whatever. If you're looking for anything music, I'm telling you, Juby and CJ is the persons you want to contact. I don't do much music.
If you to the best stylist in the world, if you wanna look good in your suits and whatever else,
I need you to help me find a shirt by Saturday.
hit up CJS Enterprises.
It's so crazy.
Get what you need, man. I'm telling you.
I do style females as well.
Facts.
I actually got a photo shoot with a female this weekend.
So can you find me a black granddad collar before Saturday?
What's a granddad collar?
No, like the one with just like the little button up, like without the collar.
The Chinese, that's honestly, I don't know what they call it now, but that's honestly called a Chinese neck.
Yeah, Chinese thing. Can you find me an all black
by Saturday
in an extra large?
Yeah, let me see what I can do.
Cause I went to H&M, they only had mediums and smalls.
Let me see what I can do, bro.
Great.
Just text me and remind me, because I sometimes will forget. I have a lot going on. But
yeah, what up, Justin?
If you're looking for styling, if you need a stylist for photo shoots, wedding, just because, especially males and females, contact me. And if I can't do the female at that current moment, I do have someone. What's going on, Jay? I do have someone that can.
What's going on, bro?
I do have someone that I do have a female that can actually style you as well. So, get at me. You're looking for a stylist.
I'm telling you, it'd be the best decision of your life.
I got you though. But hey, once again, thank you guys for joining us, for staying on, for being consistent. We appreciate
Absolutely.
you guys. We should be back on here.
We should be good for
next
next
Thursday.
week. Yeah.
During the day. We'll be on during the day, not at night. If we come on at night, it'll be late for next week.
But y'all be safe, man.
We should be good.
We should be good.
Yeah, we should be good for next week.
We should be good.
All right. This time next week, about 10 p.m.
Go ahead.
Next week, join us, the Bros Chat. Join us, the Bros Chat, next week. We love you all. We love you all. Thank you so much for the support.
I feel church creeping.
Y'all be safe.
Somebody say the benediction before I quit. Come on.
You said the benediction.
Right.
You want churchy right now. You finna do all that.
Nah, bro. We love y'all, man.
What's wrong with this guy?
Y'all be safe.
Next week we might have some people come up here and sing.
Yeah, that'd be lit.
We might do that next week.
That'd be lit.
But yeah, we'll holler.
Y'all be safe, man.
Praise his holy name. All right.